Hey, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. So, I get asked all the time when people find out I have Scottish Highland cattle, what do you do with them? So I'm going to answer that question, and you can take that two different ways. What do I do with them, or what do people do with them in general? And there's more than one answer to that question. The Highland cattle is one of the oldest breeds in the world. It dates back thousands of years. It's also the oldest registered breed of cattle in the world. So, what do people do with them? Well, thousands of years ago, you can say they were a triple purpose animal. They used them for meat. They used them for milk. You can get some really good high butter content milk out of these things. Hey, string. And in the cold months in the Highlands of Scotland, they would actually bring these things in their house to help heat up the house. They would use the body heat from the animals and the body heat from the people to help heat up their house. So they really are an amazing breed. What do I do with them? I watch them. That's one of the things I do. I love to watch them. They're an amazing animal. Aren't you? She agrees. I also sell them. I just sold her. She's going to stay here for probably 2 more weeks, but she is bought and paid for. She'll be going to her new forever home soon. As of yet, I have not taken one to the butcher. I will. They just don't have one ready yet. They have great meat. Great meat. They grow slow, they mature slowly. Everybody is fat and happy. Because they have all the fur, they don't have to have that large strip of fat along their back to help keep them warm in the cold months. So all that everybody else in the cattle industry tries to do with fattening them up and marbling, they're naturally marbled. Aren't you, buddy? Buddy's going to end up in the freezer. Yes, sir, you are. I'm sorry. Just the way God intended it. We take care of you, you take care of us. See, everybody's full and happy. Isn't that right, Greer? Everybody is full and happy. Anyway, that's what I do with them. I very much enjoy it too. Now these days, these animals have gotten very popular. So other uses people use for them are pets. Woo! That is a monster fire ant hill. I know what I'm doing in a few hours. Yeah, they use them for pets. They sell them as miniature cows. Now they're not actually miniature cows. They are a smaller breed. And you can get cows, Highlands, that have the dwarfism gene in them. And they are miniatures, but there's something genetically wrong with them. Now, yep. You're not as big as a Angus cow, are you? But the amazing thing is, you can get just about as much meat off one of these smaller breeds of Highlands as you can off of the larger ones. You know, actually the weight's about the same. Old Garth here, he's probably 1,500 pounds, maybe a little bit more. Highland bulls can get up to 2,000 pounds. The legs are just shorter, but they're not as tall. Old Molly here, she's a big cow. I bet she weighs as much as Garth does. Oh, Molly, y'all enjoying that hay? You enjoying your hay? Yeah. So the meat, are you halfway in the hay ring? Yeah? Are you enjoying it? So the meat from Scottish Highlands, like I said, it marbles excellent. It is also very high in iron, which our bodies need. It is lower in cholesterol than the other breeds. Now you don't get as big a cut of meat. For instance, we like to eat filet mignon around here. That's mainly what we get. That ribeyes, and the ones we go to our local butcher shop and get. The filet is pretty big, but I get fillets when I can order them, which has gotten to be a very rare occurrence. Everybody runs out quicker than I can get online and order it. They're quite a bit smaller, but you know, I really appreciate that. That way I don't stuff myself more than what I can eat. Which, I don't know, if you've seen me lately, I can do that. Girls, I'm glad y'all are enjoying y'all's day. So I'm going to, I got some things in town I got to go do. By the time I'm done, it'll be about feeding time. I didn't mean for you to get up. Guess I was bothering her. Y'all about knocked that roll of hay down already, hadn't you? It must be a really good one. Sue. Is that a really good one? Anyway, yep. People use them for pasture pets. If that's your thing, that's great. They make great pasture pets. They'll eat your grass down, so you don't have to bush hog or mow it as much. They'll look pretty. You'll get lots of attention. I know when people find out that's what we have, they we get some attention. All right, girls and boy. Yeah, you're rotten. You're spoiled. Yeah, your mama spoiled you. Oh. So, if you have any questions about them, if I don't know the answer, I will find the answer. So go ahead and ask down there in the comments. While you're down there, hit the subscribe button. Help me keep making bigger and better videos on these adorable little things. Isn't that right, Ava? I got you registered today. Yep. Actually, I guess it was last night. That's another video for another day. How to register your calf. Depends on who you're registering it with. Anyway, let's go knock this stuff I got to do in town out. I know nobody wants to watch that boring stuff. Actually, mainly it's going to get dog food. For the outside dogs, I think they're tired of eating cat food. Then, I guess by the time I'm done doing that, it'll be time to throw a little food out for everybody. Although they don't look like they really need it. So, another thing you can do is you can raise bulls. This is Duncan. Duncan is the only bull we've raised out here. Everything else that comes out as a bull becomes a steer. Huh. But he was so good looking when he was born, I wanted to see what he looked like when he got older. He's a year old. Aren't you? You know I'm talking about you, don't you? And he looks good. So he's for sale. He's going to go somewhere sometime. I hope soon. If not, there's a Highland sale in Missouri I can take him to in May. April or May. Here's Archie. Archie's destined for freezer camp too. Even though my wife says she can't eat anything that I've named. So I guess we can't name the steers anymore. Huh, Archie? Y'all enjoying y'all's day? It's kind of cold out here to me. Not bad. It's cool. Bet it feels great to y'all. So that's two more things. Well, that's one more thing. You can raise bulls. I know some people do it. But I'll tell you right now, the Highland market is flooded with bulls, and they're not all good bulls. In fact, a lot of them just should not be used as bulls anyhow. I'm going to say it. Hamburger meat would be better. And you'd get more money for them. It's a business after all. Unless they're pets, it's a business. So yes, my cows are grass fed. They will be, well, I feed them a little bit. But for the most part, they'll be grass finished. They will not get grain to fatten them up. They may get a little grain because they're spoiled. That'll be about it. Huh. Nobody's in here eating on this roll. They will. They're not right now. That roll of hay is just all alone. It must not be as good as the others. Fall is finally here. Yay. I'm walking around and not sweating. It's amazing on my part. Love it. Okay. Let's see what other stuff we can get into. Yeah, another thing they use Highland cattle for is a show ring. Cattle shows, local shows, state shows, national shows. In fact, in December, out in Denver is it December? Maybe January. I think it's January. I was wrong. In January is the national show. They have the National Western, have big National Western Rodeo, big National Western Stock Show, and they have the National Highland Show out there. I've never been to it. I actually got to watch it last year because they live streamed it. Pretty neat show. Anyhow, yeah, that's definitely some of the uses here at Crooked Fence Farm Highlands. We're selling replacement heifers, and one of these days I hope to get into the beef market, selling locally. And hey, I ever get enough of them, I'll ship them. There's a USDA butcher. It's about 2 hours from here. So we've talked some, had talked a lot, but we have talked some about him being my butcher if I ever get into shipping. Anyhow, hey, thanks for watching on this lovely, misty, cool day.